to see the wet pavement.
Yeah, but you will be dealing with damp pavement, that's for sure today. And Dr. Todd Savine from Rockford Pain Management joins us. Good morning, Dr. Savine.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's kind of fitting that you're here, because if you're slipping and sliding around on the pavement,
you could hurt your knees.
you could hurt your knees pretty bad.
We'll fix it.
And osteoarthritis is the biggest issue with most people's knees, isn't it?
It is. As we age, it is, yeah. Torn meniscus or arthritis as we age, or even in your probably 40s or 50s, they start to ache a little bit for a lot of people.
And, you know, how does that... can you slow that down, arthritis?
Treat it, stop it. What's that progression like?
You can. There's a visco supplement, or it's called a visco, like it comes from rooster comb, that can be injected into the knees, which sounds awful, but it helps lubricate the knees, and the cartilage will start to rehydrate, and then can actually regenerate and start to come back again.
So,
you can also use sugar water, believe it or not.
Sugar. I know a lot of folks get cortisone shots in their knees, or other. Is this different than that and better than that in your opinion?
Very different. I think it's better. I mean, medications aren't bad, but steroids are really hard on the knees. So the side effect
is
of
a
steroids.
steroid. Okay.
Yeah, it's a steroid. So they work very well because it takes the inflammation out of the joint. So arthritis pain is from inflammation, or it's inflammatory. So a steroid pulls that inflammation out, but it dries up the cartilage, and as the cartilage becomes more brittle and dry, you're more likely to need knee replacement down the road. So,
but this rooster comb shot is not as problematic then, huh?
No, it's not. No, it doesn't do that at all. There's no side effects, which is great.
Are you still getting the type of same pain relief, or this is going to help if you're not having any active pain?
You do get the same pain relief, yeah. So it doesn't come as fast. The steroid's going to be quicker, and it'll still typically last anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks with a steroid, and we find the rooster comb will last anywhere from 6 months to, I've seen it go 3 years.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a big difference.
So what is the treatment actually called? We're calling it rooster comb.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what you guys call it?
We got a bunch of chickens in the back, and roosters, and
Put them all.
yeah. So it's called hyaluronic acid. So you see commercials for women's skin down faces because it plumps and lifts. So
Yes.
that's what it does to the cartilage. It lubricates it and plumps it and lifts it, and that's what the cartilage is made of. So it helps regenerate that cartilage and kind of combat against arthritis and keep you going.
Is there any way that people combine that with a steroid? So maybe they start with a steroid for pain management and then come back in and do this
You
as
could.
well?
You could combine it, but a steroid's a lot harder on the body. So if you can avoid it, it's always better. We try to as much as possible. If you're diabetic, it raises blood sugar levels. So it can be
steroid does.
dangerous. Yeah, for diabetics, it's a bad idea.
Okay, but for even diabetics, this treatment, the rooster comb treatment, does not have that kind of side effect.
No, there really aren't any side effects other than a reduction of pain, which is what you want.
That's the goal.
Yeah, it's a natural product.
Here's the
sounds
million
pretty
dollar.
good.
Here's the million dollar question: does insurance pick up some of this?
It does. Yeah, insurance. If you have insurance, insurance will pay.
Really?
Good.
Yeah, it's covered by insurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and
You're using your knees.
Yeah.
Can you use it?
I got shoulders.
Shoulders too.
Something
Yeah, I should
like
mention that.
pretty bad
Yeah,
wrists,
look at you on the
other
ball.
areas.
Yeah, so it does. It's FDA cleared for shoulders and for knees. You can use it in the hips as well, but it's not. Insurance does not reimburse for the hips, but it does for shoulders and knees.
Okay.
But you can use it in any of those joints, not the spine, but shoulders, hips, and knees.
Nice. I was like, this is a treatment I've never heard of. So how long has it been around? Is it relatively new, or
It's been
just
around a while.
Yeah, something that I just don't have arthritis in my knees. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
why you
something I
haven't
know
heard.
about very often.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard it. It's been around probably 20 years now, so it's been quite some time. It's FDA cleared. It's been around and tested, and gosh, it was millions and millions of people.
Oh wow.
So, yet it's not the first. Maybe I'm wrong. It's not. I don't think it's the first go-to for knee pain. As I mentioned, a lot of people get a cortisone shot. And is this not available everywhere, or how do you?
No, well, it may not be available anywhere, depending on the doctor's training, their comfort zone for injecting the knees. And we do it under guidance, which means there's a camera that shows to ensure a guarantee that the medication is going into the joint. It's where it's supposed to be, and it's effective. So a lot of offices may not have the equipment required to do it with the highest rate of success. So that's why a lot of people may not be as familiar with it.
Now, with patients that you've seen who get this, what's the type of improvement that they're seeing? Is it better mobility? I know arthritis is leading cause of disability for many, so is it helping them get back to work in some ways?
It's significant. You see people go from walkers or canes to golfing and walking again. And greatly improves quality of life. In fact, so much for that Medicare now states that I don't believe they'll pay for knee replacements until you do this first because the success rate's so high.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's about an 88.6 success rate nationally for increased motion and reduction of pain.
So you can get up and
strong.
jumping around.
If you do have insurance, it covers a good chunk of that, if not all of it, huh?
Yeah, if you're Medicare, it'll probably pay for all of it, so there's probably no cost. And if you're Advantage plan, it might cost maybe $10 or $15, depending on it. It depends on the plan, but insurance does pay.
I guess I'm still stymied as to why this isn't the first treatment. Why you mentioned
Is it the difference between specialists and primaries?
Probably a
where's
little
that
bit between
breakdown?
specialists. So some providers might give an anti-inflammatory medication, but again, you can't make a pill go down and stop at your knees. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So it depends on the doctors and the thought process. At our office, we typically try to get to the root cause or the resolution rather than just medicating long term.
Okay. But this is the treatment you prefer to.
It's more effective than medications. And again, medications are effective. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta take them every month and then get refilled every month, and that probably costs more money in the long run, and it doesn't heal the joint.
Now, is this type of treatment able to be used, if your knee isn't necessarily having arthritis, but you have some other different inflammatory issues?
You could, if it's an inflammatory issue, it'd be very effective. If it's not an arthritic issue, if you sprain your knee, then it's not going to be as effective, and another option would be a better choice probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, learn more about the rooster comb treatment. What was the word?
Hyaluronic acid.
Hyaluronic acid.
I was like, I use hyaluronic acid every day on
Not
my
for your face.
So.
Retin-A, hyaluronic acid, face.
You can
I use a retinol and a hyaluronic acid, so I'll put in my knee
that's
too.
That's the treatment for osteoarthritis in your knees and any other joints at Rockford Pain Management. They're on East Riverside Boulevard in Rockford. rpmpain.com is their website, and you can hunt around there and learn more about that treatment and any others for your aches and pains. Thank you, Dr. Savine.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back.